Now we have some awesome things to talk about. Tacray has just sent me a multi-tool set that they have marked down. It's a good deal for you guys. And we'll talk about several sets that they have. And then first off, I'm going to talk about this amazing tool that I have had for a little while. And it's got a huge secret that I want to talk about. Now, as you can see, these do come apart, but this is from around 1902. And before you say, oh, that's just a pair of scissors, this is so much more than a pair of scissors. This is from, somewhere around 1902. It's a little bit hard to get exact data on this tool, but I did find a Reddit post that is entitled Circa 1902 OK Universal 18-1 Scissors. They have a pamphlet that seems to have maybe come in the box with theirs. Mine did not come with that. Now, one of the cool things about this is it almost has what we would consider like VR glasses built in, but of course it isn't anywhere close, but what would have maybe been the equivalent of that day. Let's go ahead and start with a rundown. Now, one of the first things that you will notice is that obviously it is a set of scissors. Now, I do not expect this probably to even do that well with paracord. Actually, I guess it can cut paracord. These are very old scissors, but yeah, they cut paracord, and I'm sure that they could last for a while, or I hope they would last for a while, as they are over 100 years old, cutting different things. But one of the first things is scissors, and buttonhole scissors is the second thing, and that's here at the bottom. And then number 3 and number 4 are with several smoking things. They have several smoking tools. And then number 5 at the place right here, the indent, is the wire cutter. Number 6 will be the ruler. There are ruler markings. Now this is very shiny, but there's ruler markings there. The ruler, number 6. Number 7 is the measure. So I don't quite understand. I guess there's a 1 and a 2 on here. So yeah, a ruler and a measure. To me, that's pretty much the same thing. And then number 8 is the nail file. Nail file is on this side. So yeah, even a file built in. That's sort of clever. I really like this because there are so many things that they added to this, and you don't realize how many functions you have until you really look at it. Like, for instance, the flat screwdriver here at the end. Pretty neat. Now, number 10 is the another smoking box opener. And then 11 is a cartridge extractor. That's different, isn't it? Yeah, that's sort of crazy to think about back then. Now today, there's a lot of countries where you wouldn't even need to use that. But back then, very different times. So the cartridge extractor. That's different, huh? And then number 12 is the hammer. And that is actually at the bottom of this tool. All right, here's your little hammer, the little hammer face. Pretty unique. Number 13 as the penknife is actually when you take this blade apart. Yeah, so or the scissors apart, there is this blade. So for instance, here's so you can cut through using that scissor, and you've got a little blade there on the edge. All right, put this back together. Let's see what number 14 is, the glass cutter. That's something I thought was sort of clever. That's here at the bottom. There's actually this little, almost like I don't think it's a wheel on this side, but yeah, it's a little tool right there for cutting glass. Huh. Number 14 and 15 is a glass breaker, which I think, actually this is number 16. This is the marking wheel. Isn't that unique? So I remember my mom used to have one of these things for sewing. The 15 is the glass breaker. So that is included, I guess, right here where you would put the glass inside here and then sort of break it, I think is what that notch is for. And then number 17 is the ink eraser. Number 17, which is up here on the end. Yeah, I'm not really sure. They just indicate the tip, exactly what that means, but they say the ink eraser. Maybe that's just where you would almost use that as a scraper. I almost wonder if that's what they mean right there. And then my favorite thing of this whole tool is actually the stereoscope. Now, I really wish I could show you on screen, but I don't think I can show you this, but it's this little hole right here. I don't know, we'll see. But then when you shine it against the light, it actually shows the picture of, I think it's the Chicago Railway. And I don't think there's any way I can show you that, but we'll give it a shot. So I really tried, but I cannot find a way to show you the picture that's inside here. And it's pretty neat that back then, this was one of those things where before computers and before video cameras, and while in the Civil War, of course, they had cameras. In the 1900s, they had cameras, 1902. But before the moving picture was readily available to a lot of people, this right here would be something that could easily amuse people and amaze people, and it was all in a multi-tool. That is pretty fascinating. So that would be pretty much like us having, I don't know, like an iPhone on a Leatherman PST, something like that. That just really fascinates me that was included on this tool. A lot of tools that were useful, and then something for pleasure as well. So really a fascinating tool. I paid $85 for this. I've seen people pick this up for very cheap, I think at a thrift store. If you ever see this, I think this is a wonderful multi-tool to get. So Tacray just sent me the Minimalist EDC set, and what they're doing is they're grouping a bunch of their multi-tools and EDC items together to give you guys the best value for the money. So for instance, this is the cheapest option, and this is $39 for all that's listed here. I think this would be actually useful for my work. This comes out like so. If you have a keychain and you want to like swap or not have as many keys, so you can connect these together and then take that out. So I have, where I work, some of my keys are pretty valuable. So those magnetic things where you can just easily sort of disconnect them, I don't feel safe to carry those. This right here feels pretty secure. I like this. I think I will give this a shot. And I did not realize it was working like that. When I opened this, I thought for sure it was a magnetic attachment. So I would definitely give that a shot. This is a whistle, titanium whistle. Let's try that out. Cover your ears. Yeah, wow. Okay, that is very loud. I have tried several whistles in the past, and that is a lot louder than the other whistles. I don't know if the mic really caught that. A lot of times it doesn't catch it as well on the mic, but yeah, that bursts my ears a little bit. This is a fascinating tool that reminds me of the Gerber artifact. This has it looks like the craft blade to some extent, titanium, and then the bottle opener and the pry tool all in one. A very lightweight tool. Let's see what Tacray says. I should have it up on the screen. They call this the mini utility knife, titanium utility knife with replaceable blade, pry bar, and bottle opener. The titanium key connector is a modular key organizer. We talked about the whistle, the dual tube titanium emergency whistle. And then the last thing we'll talk about is the slim titanium pen, which has a gel refill. Yeah, this is really nice. Also, very lightweight. I do like that about this pen. A lot of pens are very heavy. I used to like a lot of heavy pens, and I am gradually moving to a lot of lighter pens that stay in my collection. So on the screen, you can see there's a daily carry set. This one comes in at $49 and it comes with the mini replaceable blade knife, the aluminum bolt action pen, single tube bamboo whistle, and titanium key connector. Now the everyday all-in set, that is a little bit more pricey at $99. Ultra thin multifunction utility knife, front flipper, folding black knife, the hex-shaped titanium pin, the single tube bamboo titanium whistle, titanium key connector. There's a outdoor hiking set for $120, replaceable blade knife, tactical titanium pen, tri-tube titanium whistle, titanium bevel gauge, and the titanium key connector. Then there's a triple knife set for $99. There is a desk fidget set for $89. So there's different sets you can get and save money from Tacray. A lot of really cool sets out there, a lot of cool tools. Definitely recommend you go over to Tacray. I've been very happy with their products. So let me know what you think about these tools and the antique scissors we've seen, and we'll see you guys soon.